Good morning, and welcome back to the ecstatic One Celtic fans view this morning.
Doesn't it make you proud to be Scottish?
It's shite being Scottish! With the lowest of the low! The scum of the fucking earth! The most wretched, miserable, servile, pathetic trash that was ever shot into civilization! Some people hate the English, I don't! They're just wankers!
Yep, that's how I feel this morning. And to make it even worse, Paddy Power have decided to rip the pure and utter piss out of Scotland. And they've done it. They've done Scotland a good in. Let's be fair.
Scotland get battered everywhere they go. Scotland get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scotland get battered everywhere they go. Scotland get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go.
Paddy Power. And then to make it even worse, the Scotland team decided to put out Kieran Tierney. And Paddy Power. Yeah, Paddy Power. Yeah, I'm going to get to the Graham Spears bit that he left last night, but let's listen to a little bit of Kieran Tierney.
Kieran, how would you assess what happened out there tonight?
I think we let ourselves down a bit. We never played the way we can play. A couple of goals that we don't normally give away. It's not like us. It's disappointing. It's a tough night, and going forward now we just need to hope that other teams can do us favours.
One or two moments, one or two chances. Taking that into account, how disappointing is it to give the type of goals away that are being given away at the moment?
Massively, because nobody needs to see how good the opposition are. It was a tough group, and if you look at the players we're against, they only really need half a chance and they're going to take it. And ultimately, they took their chances tonight.
There's now a lot of uncertainty where you sit and wait. What's that going to be like for you all?
It's kind of, I don't know if I've experienced it before, and like over a period of a few days. So we'll just be watching the games and looking out for the results that we need to look out for, and hoping that teams can do us a favour.
Teams can do us a favour. It was a hard watch last night. Scotland brought on Kieran Tierney. I didn't even want to talk about Scotland, to be fair. This is why I stopped watching Scotland years ago. You know, one chance, just lock the back door against them, and it was just. What makes it worse is I stayed up and watched the whole thing. I was pissed by the end of it. I had a half bottle of never mind. That's the last of that. Good morning, anyway. Welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Let's try and get about Celtic. Graham Spears put out on Twitter last night that he's expecting Celtic to make a statement today. And in true form, in true fashion, Celtic have been pretty much a radio gaga, radio. A lot of people saying that KT was the only player that played okay last night when he came on. I would say that was the truth. Shankland and his gumph. As long as Celtic don't try and sign McKenna or Gunn, both are rotten. Both are absolutely honking. And it's no wonder. Anyway, let's forget about it. We waited 30 years and nothing's changed, has there? 30 years later, we're still shite. Anyway, Celtic, they are. We've got a 47% chance to make it through. We're screwed. Do you really want Scotland to go through? Come on, do you really want the embarrassment of playing another game in the World Cup? Just get the lads home and get from a Celtic perspective, get Kieran Tierney home and get Tony Ralston home. They need a week's holiday and let them go and enjoy themselves for a week and then back to work at Celtic. I don't really want them playing another game. And then watch this, Tony Ralston will come back and say that he wants to leave Celtic. Any rumours today? No, there's a rumour that Celtic may make a statement today when you look at the website. They're talking about one of the women's team and the Middlesbrough. That was the last thing they put out. When you go to the land of the Twitterati, apart from Paddy Power ripping us to shite. Let me just come off the screen a second. When you click on the Celtic page, there is not a lot. Graham Spears suggesting that Martin O'Neill might walk away from the Celtic job if Sean Maloney and Mark Fotheringham situation isn't resolved. I don't think Martin O'Neill will walk away from Celtic. And just crazy rumours. Graham Spears posted on his Patreon, which you need to pay to get, so I ain't going to read that. He reckons that he expects Celtic to issue a statement today clarifying the positions of the coaching staff before the coaching staff get back to business tomorrow. It's unbelievable to think that Celtic are just yeah. Double winners. 18th of June was pretty much the last time that Celtic put anything out. They've been retweeting stuff. 23rd, no, they put it out on the 23rd. That was 2 days ago. Celtic have. I know that there's not a lot going on, but I mean, Celtic have. The last thing that they put out was Gavin Strachan has left the club. Go to Middlesbrough. I know it's the players are all back on Friday, so they'll ramp it up on Friday. But other than that, it's yeah. Rumours about players, and I'm not even going to talk about rumours about players because we don't even know what the management team is. How are we going to know what players we're going for? Speculation is rife out there. We seem to get linked with players. We seem to be in talks with players, and then we're not in talks with players, and then we are in talks with player. It's yeah. I'm not going down that road. I'm going to sit and wait until Celtic make some kind of noise. That was complete and total rubbish. Should be sent home now. Never mind. Should be ashamed of themselves. Schoolboy shite. Thank God Celtic are on top of it. Hey. But if we did go through on the back of someone else's poor performance, do we celebrate or do we just act a wee bit embarrassed? Embarrassed as hell. That Scotland team do not deserve to go through to the next round. They do not. Anyone know what it's like to support rugby? Looking for a loophole. Kidkeeper says, I hope Dice Maeda stays. There was nothing in the statement. I went over the statement yesterday, mate. And there was nothing in the statement to really say. And it was a bit of a... It was a piece on a BBC News gossip site. I think people are clutching at straws to think that, and I mean, if he does stay, he walks away for nothing at the end of his contract. If he stays another year, do the club want that? Do the club want to keep? If the club do, we're in a worse mess than what we thought we were. I would rather we sell him this year and we move on. But if Martin O'Neill goes, right, I want to keep Dyson, the next manager that comes in a year's time, he's going to have pretty much a rebuild to do next year again. But anyway, we'll wait and see. They know how to deflate a nation. Yeah. So let's just play that again. Huh? Let's just play this on loop this morning. Dunno.
Doesn't it make you proud to be Scottish?
No.
It's shite being Scottish!
Exactly, Ewan.
We're the lowest of the low!
Yeah, we
The
are.
scum of the fucking earth!
Yes.
The most wretched, miserable, servile, pathetic trash that was ever shot into civilization.
Yes, this is very
Some
true.
people hate the English, I don't. They're just wankers.
Yeah.
We, on the other hand, are colonised by wankers.
Yep.
Can't even find a decent culture to be colonised by.
Pretty much.
We're ruled by effete arseholes.
Yep.
It's a shite state of affairs to be in, Tommy, and all the
Fucking-
fresh air in the world won't make any fucking difference.
It won't. Anyway. That was from Trainspotting back in the 1990s. When Ewan McGregor just told the nation what it was really like. Reckon the Scottish Football Authorities board should all resign if we've not had progress in the past 50 years. This is very true. And where does Scotland go from here? Because, you know, you've got players like McTominay playing in Italy, Lewis Ferguson playing in Italy. You had McKenna, who was playing in the La Liga but got relegated, and Angus Gunn, who can't get a game for his team. Anyway, Celtic should have signed Sirachi and Iniacho by now, says Tamak. They should have signed. I'm giving up with Celtic. I'm giving up with everything today. My advice to you is find your own decent culture. I feel for the Bricky, solid. Yeah, loses his place to Patterson, who's utter pish. Stevie Clark's honestly, I don't know what Stevie Clark thinks sometimes. And they've given him a 4-year extension. But he'll say, yeah, he got us there. He got us there. Bang average players, no performance at the Euros, same at the World Cup, no surprise there. Clark given a 4-year contract, says Mikey Boy. Scottish independence can't even organise 11 footballers against Brazil. That's why some of us left the country, because we voted against our own independence. Fucking shite state of affairs. It is. Jock McFucked up at his best last night. As Ian Wright was bang on with his rant with the SFA. Players going to Italy hasn't made a difference whatsoever. Still shite. Should they do one of those things? I'm going to grow a beard until Scotland win a game. Not a chance. Jesus, they're looking like a big hippie. Scotland play well. If we're allowed to play forward attacking football, slow and negative defending play is a joke. Keep Clark away from us. Celtic, the joke club. It's all exciting stuff this morning. Right, let me jump on this site. And there's nothing that's going to be anything that's Celtic related this morning can just do one, because it's all just speculation. Nah. But anyway, for me, just get Kieran Tierney back, get Tony Ralston back. I mean, I know that he's not the best Celtic player, but he deserves so much better than what he is. You can't make a silk purse from a spousy of samples. This is no, you can organise. I mean, I was watching the game last night, and I took a couple of screenshots of the game and play to send to mates, and we were talking, and I was like, what formation are we actually playing? The midfield was a mess, man. Honestly, the midfield was an absolute mess. The system was a mess. That comes down to the manager. Maybe we should send the next manager early as well. We need to do something like that. If we stack the board, sack upstairs and get in a new keeper and new centre mid, we need the whole new team. I don't know. And I don't think that we're not sacking the board. The Labour guy lied. We are not sacking the board. If you let good players have time on the ball, you get punished. We get the ball, and Brazil are all over you. Yeah. Have Celtic closed down? I'm thinking so. I'm thinking that there's I mean, there's been very little from the media. You would think that Celtic media would even have put out a good luck message to the Scotland players. Do you know, to the two Scotland Celtic players last night, but they didn't even do that. I mean, if you're lacking in content, you stick a picture up of Tony Ralston and Kieran Tierney and you say good luck for tonight, lads. It's better than saying nothing, surely. But Celtic are in the dark ages. Could get worse. Martin O'Neill walks out. Dermot Desmond Stein, Steve Clark as manager. That's it. Gone. See you. I just leave it on a perpetual loop. I just leave the just sitting with the empty chair. That's it. Just leave it running 24 hours a day. Clark Spelling's totally unlikable character. Scotland playing like primary twos against primary sevens. Same with keepers. All three at the World Cup played a total of 7 games last season. Just gets worse, doesn't it? Even as underrepresented as Celtic are throughout the history, not a single starter last night. I would hate to be Stevie Clark's dogs tonight. He's out the country, so do you know what I mean? It's imagine scoring 1 goal in 3 games, expecting to go through. Totally embarrassing. It is. I mean, I personally do not want Scotland to go through. I don't want my kids to suffer any more of this nonsense. I've had to suffer this my entire life, hence the reason I stopped watching Scotland for so many years. And on a personal note, a big shout out to my cousin who was at the game last night under very difficult circumstances. That's all I'm going to say about it. I thought we were rid of the Kellys at least when they were in charge. There was no money. These shower of pricks are worse. Excellent news from the Celtic family, being able to raise 17,000. Yes, they have that, mate. That's phenomenal news. I'm going to jump onto it. Go find Stephen. 17,000 odd. I've still got it on here, haven't I? If I put this up. Let's see. Yeah, they've raised over £17,327 to bring his body back. Sorry, I had other bad news yesterday, but I'm going to keep it private. So, but yeah, big shout out to my cousins who were at the Scotland game last night under very trying circumstances, to say the least. But anyway, other than that, it's as you were. We're waiting on Celtic. Will Celtic make any kind of statement today before the team come back tomorrow? I don't think they will. Celtic don't really need to make a statement. It's, do you know, the way that the club is run, they're like, we don't need to tell anybody nothing. Oh, why should we tell them? It's not looking good. It's not looking good going forward. Do you know what I mean? It's I mean, Celtic fans are entitled to know. As it stands, if the rumours are true, I mean, Maloney. Somebody should go up to Lennoxtown today, because Maloney, Fozzie, and Martin O'Neill will be in Lennoxtown today to organise the first day of training tomorrow. They're not just going to rock up tomorrow and go, so, how's the holidays? Alright, cracking. Aye, so here we are again. Fucking brilliant. Right. What players have we got? Who's back tomorrow? Martin's like, should I order a cup of coffee down south just now, just in case, so that it's ready for me when I get there? Oh, and big happy birthday, yes, I forgot about that one. Big happy birthday to Bruni, who's 41 today. Just a young lad, 41 years old. He's just a baby still, isn't he? Paint dries quicker than Celtic board moving. Yes, it does that. I was going to buy the home top. At least a couple of days, and then I could piss off. We need a physical picket now. Time to take the protesting offline and into the real world. Hoopsaholic, I called for that last season, right at the beginning, and it was, I got told, fuck off, you fucking come home from Spain and do it. We fucking working and stuff. Fuck off. Who are you to tell fucking Celtic fans what to do, you prick? That was the kind of stuff I got online. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, if I was home, I'd be down at Celtic Park every day. Literally. I'd do a live. I'd do a live for right outside Celtic Park at this time of the morning, so you could see them sneaking in, and I'd ask them questions as they were walking in from the car park. I'd probably get told to, and you'd get security removing me from the premises. But it's the Celtic way, isn't it? It is the Celtic way. Bruni joined the coaching staff. I don't know if that would be a good thing or not anymore. I think that after Scotland deflating us last night, yeah. So the video of McInnes at Ibrox being welcomed by 4 fans and a Doug. I haven't even watched that. I don't intend to. We need to be in a group. 4 teams out of 4 can qualify in the next tournament. Yeah. Can't agree with those comments. Ay, ay, ay. And I'm I tried explaining to my boys born here in Oz, wondering what it's like to be born Scottish. Watch the Brazil game for the rest of your life, and then you may understand. Optimism was for wankers. Optimism was for wankers. Oh man. No, you wouldn't, mate. I bet you would. I bet you would. Bet you would. I bet you'd be at Celtic Park every day. Telling you. I'm not doing anything else. This is my job. All my stuff, I could work from my phone. But anyway, right, Mike Katz would do a better job than the boardroom. Well, there you go. Big up the Cats. Love you. Easy score. But anyway, right, I'm going to finish off with one of the best ever statements from anybody that's Scottish.
What are you waiting for?
Tommy, this is not natural, man.
I know.
It's fresh air.
Look, Tommy, we know you're getting a hard time off Lizzie, but there's really no need to take it out on us.
Doesn't it make you proud to be Scottish?
It's shite being Scottish! We're the lowest of the low! The scum of the fucking earth! The most wretched, miserable, servile, pathetic trash that was ever shot into civilization! Some people hate the English, I don't! They're just wankers! We, on the other hand, are colonised by wankers! Can't even find a decent culture to be colonised by! We're ruled by effete arseholes! It's a shite state of affairs to be in, Tommy, and all the fresh air in the world won't make any fucking difference!
Yeah, that's very true. Anyway. I'd say have a fantastic day, but we'll wait and see what Celtic have to say to themselves, for themselves today, if anything.